What is up, guys? Minibean75 here, and today I'm back with part 3 of how to build an NFL stadium in Minecraft. Today we're going to go through and do a couple sections I was unable to get done in part 2. Basically, we're going to go through on one side. You're just going to go through the entire thing, and you're going to build 3 extra rows of seats with glowstone around it. So I know we've already done this a couple times, but this one side is going to be quite a bit higher up. So yeah, you're going to go through and build 3 sections. So I've got that done here. We've got 3 rows of the concrete blocks with an extra row of glowstone along the back. Then we're going to come out here, build out 2 blocks so that it comes out flush with this diagonal section of the glowstone. We'll put our 2 blocks of glowstone down right there. Then you're just going to build yourself a little wall all the way around this side. Alright, and once you have that done, this is what it's going to look like, guys. Like I said, just 3 more rows with a wall around the edge. Pretty self-explanatory to what we've been working on so far. Now this side over here is going to be the side that's going to be a little bit more technical. This literally is the whole reason why there needed to be another part just for this. So on one side you're going to go in and count in 5 blocks, and on the 5th block we're going to go through and cut down one whole row of the front wall. Basically that's how they have this set up. One side is cut down slower. It's kind of like, I'm assuming, like an exclusive section you can sit in. So here we're counting in 4, and on the 5th block we cut down. Now we're going to go through and cut out a bunch of rows. I believe we cut out 5 rows here. I think I cut out 4 rows initially, and then I go back and I cut out a 5th row. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to cut out 5 rows. On the 5th row, it's going to be the row of concrete blocks. Basically the one row to my right on the 5th row, that's where you're going to completely cut out the top, and then you're going to cut out everything below that. So here I believe I still have the 4 rows cut out, and eventually, like I said, I do go back and fill that, or cut one more row out. So I started building the wall there just like that. I'm going to go all the way across here. You're going to do the wall on both sides just like I did, and then you're just going to go all the way across here with this wall. This is going to kind of be like a front ledge for seats, because there's going to be seats below this, and there's actually going to be some doors. So I'm just on the other side filling in that door, or filling in that wall here. And then basically along the bottom here in the front, we're going to put down a row of glowstone. And then we're going to do exactly how we did our seats initially. It's just one row lower. So glowstone, then we're going to take some gray wool here. And basically we're going to build 4 rows of the dark gray seats here. So I'm just going to skip ahead till we have all 4 rows done. And then once we've got that done, as you guys can see, we're just going to fill this in with glowstone. You're going to put down 7 rows of glowstone behind the top row of the concrete. Alright, once you have that done, this is what it's going to look like. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come from this point in, and we're going to see how many blocks this row is, so we can basically, we want to put down a pillar. First, so I guess I'm going to go through and build this wall here. Now this wall is going to be important, because basically where that wall fits back, basically on the 6th row of glowstone, you're actually going to completely cut that out, and we're going to fill that with light gray wool. The reason we're going to do that is because we're going to eventually lay down gray wool on all the glowstone to make the floor. And we want, so basically as you can see, it's going to match with that row of glowstone above it. We want it all to match, so we're going to go through, put that light gray wool there. Alright, and like I had mentioned before, we're going to put down a couple pillars. So from the front here, we're going to count in 15 blocks from each side. Basically on the 15th block, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. We're just going to move all the way up here. And on that row where the light gray wool is, we're just going to build a small pillar right there. And basically we're going to go on the other side, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the 15th block in. So 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Just slide up here and put down that pillar. And basically eventually we're going to put some glass in there. But for now we're just going to leave it. But this is what we're going to want to be working with here so far. Now we're going to go through and we're going to put one more row of glowstone in, all the way along here. So technically 8 full rows of glowstone minus that row that we removed. And then you're going to want to pull that wall all the way back here, just 2 more blocks. And we're going to put the ceiling in with quartz as well. Basically bring that back 2 blocks so that it's flush with our rows of glowstone. And once we have that done, then we're just going to build a little wall along the back of it. So I'll just skip ahead here till that's done. Alright, now that we have that done, this is what it's going to look like, guys. Now we just need to cut out a small section above this. We're going to cut it down a little bit, and then we're going to change some seat colors. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to match up. Alright, what we're going to do from here is we're going to match up with the pillar. Then we're going to move out 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. And we're just going to move all the way up here. And we're going to cut out 5 rows, and basically once we have these 5 rows cut out, then we're going to go through on the other side and do the same exact thing. We're going to match up with the pillar and go out 1, 2, 3, 4, and on that 4th block, like I said, I'm going to come back here just to make sure that that's what I did was 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go over there once again, count it out. You want to make sure everything's symmetrical. So we're going to go from here. We're going to count out 1, 2, 3, 4. On that 4th block, just cut out the rows of the seats. And then basically, so like I said, go up 5 rows. Then you're just going to cut out just the seats, not the glowstone. You're going to cut out all 5 rows of those seats, and then we're just going to fill those rows in with dark gray. So I'm just finishing up here. Now I'm going to take some dark gray wool, or not wool, concrete. Put that dark gray concrete down and just replace all those yellow concrete blocks. So I'm just going to skip ahead till this is done. All right, and this is what it's going to look like, guys, once we're completely all set and done. Now, the one thing we're going to do is we are going to build a couple small little walls, but we're also going to cut out some stuff along the top there. Basically, those 2 rows that are yellow above everything is going to be taken out. So we're going to make our small little wall first. So just on this yellow row right outside the gray concrete, just build a small little wall like this, really easy. Basically just cover it up, because for the most part you're not even going to see it anyways. So we're going to cover that up there. Now, like I said, those 2 rows above we're pretty much going to cut out. So what we're going to do, directly along here with this lower wall, climb all the way up, and I just do a small mark here. I could actually mark the 2nd row. These 2 full rows we're going to completely cut out. This section is going to be kind of cut around because I was kind of trying to figure it out while I was making it. But like I said, those 2 rows, you're going to go in line with each of the walls along the outside, and then both full rows within that are going to be completely removed. As you can see here, I'm cutting this section out right now, and then I'm going to flip around here and cut out this top row, and then I'm going to cut out the other side as well. So I'm just going to skip ahead till I have everything cut out. All right, and once we have that done, this is what it's going to look like. Like I said, you're going to have this 2 full rows cut out. Then we need to build a small little wall here. So we're going to go in 1, up 1, up 1, and then just kind of pull it all the way back here. Basically, remember, like I said, you want your quartz block to always be higher than your seats and your walkways. So now we're going to drink a little bit of this potion here, and we're going to take some glowstone, and we're going to put glowstone all the way across to the other spot, the other side that's cut out, and we're going to pull that all the way back till it's flush with the wall. So it's going to be, I think, like 3 rows or so is what we're going to put down, because we're going to put our other wall right here and do the same thing. So I believe we have, like 3 rows left. So you put 1 row down, you're going to put 3 more rows until it's completely flush up with the wall. And once you have that done, this is what it's going to look like. Now we're going to take some more quartz on one side, and we're just going to build ourselves a little wall. You're just going to go all the way through 1 row flat with the glowstone. Then we're just going to take another row and go all the way back across. And then I'll just skip ahead till this side's done. All right, once you have that side done, then you're just going to build 1 row across this lower middle section. We're going to bring that all the way across until it meets the other wall. And then we're going to go through and just build literally the same exact wall on the other side. And then once that's done, I'll skip ahead here. And once we have that finished, this is what it's going to be looking like, guys. So basically, overall, what we did in this episode, we've got our 3 extra rows and our wall on one side, and then we're going to have this intricate section in here on the other side. I probably could have put more in with this episode, guys. I decided not to because, like I said, this is a very intricate thing to do, and it's hard to... I'm the kind of person that when I build, I generally just go off a feeling, and I do a lot of, replacing if I haven't completely got something figured out. So this one was a little bit more tough to try to do. This, like I said, when I filmed this was initially planned to just be the end of episode 2, but it was going to take so long to explain this section, I decided to just stop, make this a 3rd episode. But yeah, so like I said, we didn't get a whole lot done in this episode, but when it comes to stadiums, when you're building one, no matter what you're doing, obviously we're just doing Heinz Field right now, but with any stadium, you got to look at it and see if there's any weird sections like this. If they have anything that's different, you got to plan to, take a section out or raise a section or lower a section or whatever. You want to do whatever's easiest and most efficient to initially build, but then once you're done with that, then like I said, you need to go through and you need to either cut sections out or change colors or do whatever. Do whatever is going to make your stadium look as authentic as possible. So now that we have that done, guys, like I said, this is going to be the end of episode 3 Episode 4 will be we're going to build the upper decks for the whole stadium. And then eventually episode 5 we'll start building, the scoreboards and stuff like that. I could go longer, but honestly, I think 10 minutes or so, 8 to 10 minutes is really long enough for each of these episodes. So I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button down below. You have no idea how much it helps me out. If you want to if you guys want to take a look at my Patreon account, I just changed some stuff up. There's some perks that would be really good for a lot of you guys. So definitely check out my Patreon account. The link's in the description, and you can take a look at my store. That link's also in the description. Otherwise, go to shop.spreadshirt.com/minibeans75. Check out my merch. I'm planning on releasing some more merch here at some point, but I haven't got a ton of sales on my merch, so I would like to see, some people buy some more shirts, and then I'm going to add some more stuff to it. So other than that, guys, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.